Indian national movement post First World War scenario. Now, after the First World War, Indian national movement entered into a new phase. And what was that new phase? With the emergence of Gandhi, the element of mass mobilization was introduced. Till the coming of independence, three major mass movements were launched. The first was non-cooperation movement, 1920 to 22. We will talk about all these movements in detail. The second important incident that happened was civil disobedience movement in 1930 to 34. And the third and the most important, Quit India movement, 1942. Now these three historic revolutions changed the way people of this country looked at Britishers. They became more aware about their rights. They were not ready to be subjugated as slaves by Britishers. Beside these mass movements, the revolutionary movement, peasant and working class movements, and state people's movement also played a vital role in the struggle for freedom. Now, not only moderates but also extremist elements rose to fight Britishers. The farmers, the artisans who were exploited by Britishers wanted to get out of the clutches of British, and that's why they came together in the struggle for freedom. In this period, sufficient emphasis was laid on socio-economic content of Swaraj. Any economy, any country can be overcome from slavery if they are socio and economically strong. And that was the objective of Swaraj, to make India a socially welfare country as well as economically strong nation. The Communist Party of India and the socialist group within the Congress pointed out towards economic emancipation of the masses, along with the important struggle for independence. Now these were the two groups who believed in the government and who did not, who believed that Britishers should be fought with extreme measures, and the other group that believed that Britishers should be fought through education, through engagement, through dialogue. And both these groups' ultimate objective was to get freedom for the country and make people economically strong. Now, what was the impact of First World War in national movement? The First World War was fought between 1914 to 1918. It had great impact on national movement in India. There was a lot of resentment among Indians. Indians were not happy with the British government because British was exploiting Indians. The British government declared India as an ally and a belligerent. Indian people and resources were used in this war without even their permission. It created a lot of resentment, a lot of anger among Indians because it was Indian resources, Indian people who were forced to fight in the First World War without even their permission. There was a lot of anger within Muslims. The Britishers were fighting against the Turkish Empire, which was ruled by the Caliph, also called Khalifa. The Muslims had great respect for Caliph. The Indian Muslims joined the Caliphate movement for the defense of Turkey against the British. There was a lot of peasant unrest. During the war, the peasant unrest also grew. These movements helped prepare the ground for mass movement. So the Muslims were not happy with the Britishers, the peasants, the farmers were not happy, as well as normal man, the common man was not happy. There was another great movement which was Home Rule movement. Annie Besant joined Congress in 1914 and 1916. She, along with Bal Gangadhar Tilak, started Home Rule movement. And this movement demanded self-government to the Indians. Indians should be led by Indians. The government of India should be by the people of India. The Lucknow Pact 1916. The moderates and the extremists, which I have already talked about, had the different means to obtain the same objective of freedom. They united in 1916. There was a pact between Congress and Muslim League to work unitedly for the demands of greater share of power of Indians in the Executive Council and election of members of Legislative Council. And the most important development during this time was the emergence of Gandhiji. He emerged as the leader of the nationalist movement in India during the First World War. And this is where the history of Indian freedom struggle, transformed, changed, which led to ultimate freedom in 1947. This course is going to make history your favorite subject and is going to talk about all the important developments in the modern India.